It doesn't take a grand gesture to change the world. Changing your habits changes the energetic frequency that you put out into the world. When more and more people who are changing the frequency that they're putting out into the world into something positive, when those people gather and when that number becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, we inevitably change the energetic fate of the world that we live in. Hello, my name is Linda and you're watching Earth Management TV. We're starting a new series where we'll be sharing one mantra, a single idea, a single question, something to think about for you to be able to connect better to yourself so you can practice more self-healing and self-love. These mantras can also be conversation starters for your friends and family so that by sharing this thought, you can ignite something in their brain that helps them have a concrete way to make their lives better and also impact positive change to people around them as well. So this week's mantra that I'll be sharing with you is, good news makes a good brain. Now, what does this mean? Your brain feeds on information all the time. Some of the times we put in information knowing what we're putting into our brains, but sometimes we get information that's put into us subconsciously from the things we see, the things we hear, the things we smell, the things that we experience through our five senses. So have you ever felt like your mind is stuck on negativity and fear and you have no idea how it got there or why it keeps staying there? It's because whether you realize it or not, you're feeding yourself negative information to your brain. Usually when that happens, it's negative self-talk. But the key to making a positive brain, a brain that works for you, a brain that can create healing within yourself, a brain that can create healing out in society and create positive change in the world, it starts with feeding your brain good information. That's what we mean by good news makes a good brain. So this means in your life being mindful of what you allow into your mind. And as I mentioned, sometimes you're conscious of what you're putting into your mind, but sometimes you're really unconsciously putting things into your mind on a daily basis. So it starts with things that you are aware of. At least try to say positive things about yourself. So for example, if you know that you worked really hard on something, instead of putting yourself down and saying, you should have done better, you should have done harder, rewriting that habit and saying, okay, maybe I have this habit of self-sabotage and criticism. However, I am choosing to give myself good information. So in that moment, choosing to compliment yourself, saying, you did a great job. You worked really hard. I recognize your efforts. You are amazing. The easiest way to give yourself good news into your brain is to compliment yourself often. Because in our lives, actually, there are so many good things that we do. Probably 99% of the things we do are such good things that move our lives forward. But our minds are somehow designed to fixate on the 1% of shortcomings that we have. We criticize that 1% and we think, oh, you're bad, you're not good enough, you're not worthy. We get stuck on the 1% negativity or the 1% shortcomings that we have in our lives. So there's a fact that I really love that kind of puts this into perspective is, did you know that the sun, the literal source of life that gives so much to Earth, even the sun has black spots. As bright as the sun is, even the sun has black spots on it where there is no light. But can you imagine what would happen to life on Earth if the sun got fixated on its black spots and said, oh my gosh, I have black spots, I'm a failure, I'm terrible, I should just die, I don't deserve to live? What would happen to life on Earth if the sun gave up? Because it focused too much on its black spots. So just like that, in our lives too, we also have black spots like the sun. However, we also have bright light like the sun. And it's all about where I choose to place my focus that makes my life positive, that makes me somebody who has a positive influence in other people's lives, versus makes me into a negative person that creates negative influence in other people's lives. It's all depending on what kind of information I put into my brain. So since this is your mantra of the week, good news makes a good brain, I challenge you. Every single day this week, try to compliment yourself. Really look at the good things that you're doing and compliment yourself from a genuine place. You don't have to fake things that are not genuine. Be genuine and see all the genuinely good things that you are doing in your life Compliment yourself every day this week, and also going beyond yourself, try to see the good things that people are doing around you. At first, it might be difficult, but if you really try to look with the intention of complimenting people, you'll be able to see the good things in them that you weren't able to see before. So this week, compliment yourself and compliment other people around you every single day, at least once every single day. And if you really like this idea, challenge your friends also to compliment themselves and compliment the people around them too, so that you and your friends can both embark on a challenge to say more positive things to myself and the people around us. I guarantee you, your life will be so different if you make this a habit. It doesn't take a grand gesture to change the world. Changing your habits changes the energetic frequency that you put out into the world. When more and more people who are changing the frequency that they're putting out into the world into something positive, when those people gather and when that number becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, we inevitably change the energetic fate of the world that we live in. So I challenge you, compliment yourself this week and compliment other people to change your frequency, to change their frequency, and to ultimately change your habit, which changes the world. I'll see you next time on another video on Earth Management TV. Thanks for watching. Bye.